Bleak Sword is a lo-fi, souls-like adventure, which means that it's going to be frustratingly difficult at times, so here are a few tips that will help you start on your adventure, or possibly give you a different perspective later in the game if you get stuck. Swinging your sword uses a lot of your energy, but roll doesn't use any. If you find yourself backed into a corner by a lot of enemies, spam roll until you find yourself in a position where you're able to assess the situation and turn the tables back on your enemies. Typically, the game will throw one enemy at a time at you and usually give you enough time to defeat it before they send the next one out. If you wait too long and try to wait for the perfect opportunity, before you know it, you will be overwhelmed. As soon as they send out a new enemy, get aggressive and attack. This will try to ensure that you're only fighting one enemy at a time. The key is balance when upgrading your skills when you have the opportunity, but if there is one category that should get just a little bit more attention than the rest, it should be the stamina. With proper timing, you can block almost everything in the game, and if you can't, then you can dodge it, and this means that you could have little health and it wouldn't matter. And when you perfectly parry, you also get a damage boost. But you need to capitalize on those windows of opportunity to deal damage, and if you're getting tired from swinging your sword, you are missing crucial chances. This goes without saying, but the only way that you're going to succeed in Bleak Sword is if you master the parry. Not only does it fully charge your stamina, but it bumps up your attack power by about 25%, which is a difference maker. You can go back to the very start of the game to collect more experience, but by the time you're near the end of the game, the early levels don't reward you with much XP anymore. If you're stuck in the middle of level 7, for example, consider going back to the beginning of chapter 7 to try and farm some XP. Even just leveling up one notch on your health, stamina, or attack could be the difference. This tip is a little riskier and slightly goes against some of the earlier advice that I've given, but should you find yourself outnumbered, which you don't want to be, assess each enemy because some have projectiles like fireballs or lasers that can damage other enemies. If you're able to dodge roll long enough, some of these weaker projectile enemies can actually help you defeat some of the tank enemies.